Hey there, this is day 6. I'm on my way to Somo, then Santander. And what I want to talk about in this video is just the fact that there are different ways of getting to your destination. In my case, my destination is Santiago de Compostela. What I've decided to do is to go with a company, Galley Wonders. They've already decided ahead of time, I should say, and for me, my destinations for the day. They sent me an itinerary, they booked the hotel rooms, and so all I need to do is maybe Google Map or follow another Del Norte app to see how to get to that destination for the day. And I think how they've done it is, of course, they've looked at some cities, they've looked at some hotels or other ways, or other places to stay in that area, because there are some areas that simply don't have accommodations, and there might be others that the accommodation might be too far away. So they figured out the itinerary, they sent it to me, I follow that, works for me. But other people, what they do is, and this could be done when they're thinking of their Del Norte, they will look at their starting point and they'll do the same thing. They'll look at their starting point and where they want to go. For some people it might be Santiago de Compostela, but for others it might just be a week or 2 weeks, whatever time they have to walk, because it could be on holidays. A lot of people I've noticed here have taken a week holidays or 2 weeks holidays. They might decide, I want to start from here because that's where I ended the last time. So then they start from that because their end point is more than likely Santiago, but they might be starting at a different point because of where they left off the last time. So essentially, that's what they do. They take a look at their starting point and where they want to, well, I guess in this case it would be how many kilometers they want to walk each day. Maybe 15, maybe 20, 25, depending on, how much they want to walk. And they'll have to map it out to see if there are accommodations in that area. And then they'll have to somehow adjust that itinerary so that they walk a certain amount of time, a certain amount of kilometers in the days that they have allotted for their trip. And the other thing too is that, there's an official route, and we have the apps to help us with that. And then there's your way of getting there. Google Map I found very helpful, especially when I didn't see any signs. I saw a sign earlier, but it was going in a different direction. It was going to Laredo or something like that, and I'm not going that way. I need to go to another area. So in other words, there are a lot of different ways, a lot of different streets, towns, etc., that you can take to get to your final destination. And in my case, it's Santiago de Compostela. So I think what I want to say is that think about what you want. Think about what you want to experience. Think about your level of comfort, whether you want to be sleeping in a hostel with I don't know how many other folks, and that's okay. Or if you want to see, this road is a lot busier. I was just on a road that was more in the country. Or if you want to stay in a hotel or a small villa, because when I booked I booked the company, I didn't know what they were going to book me with. I didn't know the type of accommodations. I think what they have is an understanding with certain hotels, and they'll book to those hotels. And so far, I have to tell you, I have not been disappointed. I've had some really nice hotels, really nice, comfortable hotels, and some that were comfortable, maybe not as nice. Some of the breakfasts have been awesome, and some of them were just, measly. Like this morning's breakfast, had a large cup of coffee and a glass of orange juice, and I had a slice of bread. I think it was more like like a sourdough bread. It was nice, and some crushed tomatoes, which I spread on the bread, and a little thing of oil that you put on top of the tomatoes. That's all I had. And orange juice, my coffee. But yesterday at the same hotel, I gotta sneeze. My allergies are really bad. Yesterday, I decided to have a croissant, and I had some jam on it. So depending on the hotel, their offerings might be different. Like in this hotel, they didn't have any meat or cheese or fruits, but in all the other hotels it's like, oh my God. And I think that's very traditional, very typical in the hotels in Spain, to offer some ham and some other types of meats, different types of cheeses, fruits I should say, as well as some options for cereals. So again, it depends on what you want. What I'm learning as I'm walking, as I'm listening to different people, is that you have to make it about what you want. This is my Camino. And to be honest with you, I didn't know when I first started what it was going to be like, how it was going to be, but I wanted to experience it, and I'm doing that now, and I'm liking this way. Although the first few days rained, but that was not anybody else's fault. That's the weather. But I'm liking it this way, and I'm good with this. I'm good with what's happening, with how it's happening, the distances that I'm walking. Today's not a very long day for me. I think it's 15-20 kilometers, which isn't bad. And there's a ferry too, which cuts out 5 kilometers. And apparently that's part of the official way, is to take the ferry. So you see, you do it your way, as long as you are happy with your Camino. That's what counts. This is Linda G. Robert. I am your back in the groove again coach, and I am here to help you live your best life right now, so that you can love what you do. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my love with you. Bye. Hasta luego. Buen día y buen camino.